Yes. So welcome. Let's start in mountain pose. Taking these first few moments of our practice to settle in, fully arrive. Starting with a few deep breaths. So you might breathe in through your nose. You can exhale through your nose or out through your mouth. Just feeling your body settle in. Starting to feel more present, more connected, more aware of what's happening inside of you. Paying attention to that sensation of breath. When you breathe in, just feel how your lungs expand. You might find yourself standing a little taller with a lengthened spine. You exhale, drawing your belly in, connecting to your center body, Uddiyana Bandha, the abdominal lock, contracting the abdominal muscles. So just fully connecting. Again, that inhale to help lengthen through the spine. Feel your breath rising. Fill up your lungs. Exhale, draw belly in, connecting. Just hold with this for a moment. Even set a personal intention for your practice today. Some of our postures in our practice will feature sideways poses. And just think of those as ways to help open up your body. Let's take 3 more breaths. Filling up your lungs, connecting to center, and preparing your body to move. Good. And when you're ready, inhale and extend your arms overhead. Reach all the way up, a nice stretch, yes. Exhale, let's fold forward, so a good hinge from your hips. Bend your knees as much as you need to, and just take your time. You might make your way down to touch your toes, or maybe your hands will land at your shins. Then inhale, slide your hands up the legs a bit to help extend the spine so you're long and flat like a table. And exhale, let's fold again, back down to your forward fold. Let's hold here for a few moments. You can always modify this posture. You don't have to go all the way down. Maybe more of a lightness in the body as you need to, so your hands might rest on your shins or even up onto your knees or thighs if you need to. Yeah, add movement here if it feels good. Rolling of the shoulders, perhaps. Gentle shake of your head. Yeah, you can even hold on to opposite elbows, which may create a little bit more weight in the body, drawing you downward. A little pull and stretch through the low back, your hamstrings. Let's get ready to stand. So shift your weight back into your heels. Bend your knees. Feel like you're sitting down into a very low chair. Lift your head and heart. Take your arms out to the side and stand up tall. That's it. Reaching all the way up for that nice stretch. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart or arms down to your side, either one. Just hold for a moment as the body realigns, growing tall. Let's go through that same sequence once again. Inhale, reaching out and up. Lengthening through the sides of the body. Exhale, fold forward, bending the knees as much as you need to. Move at your own pace. Make your way down. Inhale, rise up halfway. Feel the top of your head lead you forward so you feel that lengthened spine. Exhale, back down. Let's keep this moving. Shifting your weight into your heels, bend your knees, long spine. Inhale to reverse your swan dive. Grow even taller as you're able. And exhale, hands to heart or arms to your side. Let's hold for a moment, return to breath, already deepening the connection, having added movement in the body, moving with breath. We'll continue with our sun salute. Whenever you're ready to move, inhale, reaching out and up, and exhale, swan dive forward, soft knees to help guide you down, protecting your back. Inhale, lifting halfway, or just feel the extended spine, even if you're here at an angle. Exhale, let's fold all the way down so you can bring your hands to the mat, walk or step or even hop both feet back into plank pose, your high push-up position. Let's hold here for several breaths. You want to have that sensation of pressing into the floor with your hands. Straightening the arms, feel the strength in your arms. Even feel like you're squeezing your forearms or biceps towards each other, towards center. Let's inhale. With the exhale, take a shortcut to down dog. Just bend your knees a little, send your hips into the air. If you need to, make some adjustments with your feet, even your hands, as you settle into the pose. Feel free just to hold here in stillness, breathing deeply, or add movement. Yeah, you might pedal the feet, so you can stretch your calves, stretch your toes, let your knees bend. Your hips might even shift side to side. And always welcome to rest if you need to. You can always bring knees to the floor just to get that pressure off of your hands if you need to. Let's get ready to move. So fill yourself up with breath. Inhaling. Exhale and bend your knees to walk, step, or hop. Both feet return to the top of your mat. There we go. Inhale, lengthening through your spine. Half forward fold or monkey pose. Exhale, fold. Weight shift into your heels now. Bend your knees. Inhale, reverse your swan dive. Nice and tall. Let's keep it moving. Your exhale right into chair pose, Utkatasana. Feel your hips reach back to the back end of your mat. Feel this nice extension. You're reaching forward or outward. Inhale, here we go. Exhale, diving out of your seat, down to your toes, forward fold. Inhale, lengthening through the spine. Exhale, all the way down we go. Plant your hands into the mat, hop or step back, plank pose. Once you're here, just breathe in good length and energy in the body. With the exhale, bend your elbows, coming down to Chaturanga Dandasana if you like. You can always take that same shortcut from Chaturanga and inhale up to upward facing dog or a cobra pose. A nice back bend, and then exhale, lifting hips into the air to this inverted posture, downward facing. Again, just settle in, find the fullness of the posture. Then we'll continue. Inhale, extend right leg up behind you, reaching back, touching the wall. Exhale, let's guide right foot up to the top of the mat for the lunge. Once you've landed, you'll turn your left heel to the floor behind you, put some good weight back there. Long spine, hinge from hips, and inhale, rise up, reach into the sky, warrior one. And exhale, just hinge and fold forward, bring the hands back down to the mat. We'll slide or pull that right foot back, plank pose. Finish your sequence as you'd like. The shortcut to down dog is always fine. If you finish your push-up, you can always bring knees to the floor first, then the chest. Find your back bend, and then the inversion, downward facing, always meeting here. Then inhale to extend left leg up, reaching strongly. There it is. Exhale it, send left foot to the top of the mat like you're stepping up and over something. Right heel turns to the floor. Find your center. Hands will be light so you can easily hinge from hips, rising up, reaching into the air. Yeah, take your time. Exhale, hinge and fold, and just bring the hands back down to the ground. Strong connection. Slide your left foot back to meet the other. There's plank. Finishing your push-up or that whole sequence as you'd like to. Good. Your back bend might be a low cobra pose. And meeting together in downward facing. Hold for a couple breaths. Maybe a little bit more bend in your knees so you can send your hips up a little higher while hands continue to press firmly into the mat. That should create some good length through the sides of the body. Long spine. Okay, then gently set your knees onto the floor. Sit back briefly in hero pose. We're just going to take a seat. Swing the legs around to the front and take our bridge pose. So sit in the center of your mat. Go ahead and roll down onto your back. You can hug your knees into chest. Even some movement here. But also a nice opportunity to come back to breath. So maybe taking a few deep breaths just to keep breath flowing. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and set your feet onto the floor, keeping knees bent. Strong connection to the ground. Then your inhale, fill up your lungs. Exhale, empty the belly. And then peel your hips up, away from the floor. moving into your bridge pose, this back bend. If you're able, rock your upper body left and right several times so you can get your arms and shoulders underneath you. You can even bend your arms so they're at 90 degrees, pressing down into the earth with the arms, backs of the arms. Feeling the heart lift and open a bit more. Feeling the energy in the body. Deep breathing. Three more breaths. After that third breath, you might wiggle your feet forward a little bit and then extend your arms straight up into the air. That should create some space in the back body so you can roll back down to the earth. Once you're down, extend your arms behind you, extend your legs out in front. Reach and stretch in these opposite directions. Nice lengthening, reopening. Then go ahead and hug knees into chest once again. A little momentum with breath so you can rock your way up to seated or even roll to your side to press yourself up to seated so we can make our way to boat pose. Modify this if you need to. Remember, this is a nice modification or variation of the posture just like this, or just leaning back so the feet can float into the air. Hold onto the legs if you want to, or free up the hands. Lots of variations. Maybe experiment with extending the legs, even if it's just for a quick breath, and then you can bend them again. Just keep it moving. We're inhaling like you're floating right up off the floor. Exhale, maybe cross legs, hands in front to hop or step back into plank pose if you're able, or just roll around. Come to plank, hold plank. Okay, let's set the right knee down, just your right knee so it's directly underneath your right hip. We're going to make a kickstand with that right foot by swinging it out to the side. It might even come off the mat. Lean to the right so we can just kind of spin open. And is our first sideways pose. So side plank pose with that variation. A little extra support with the knee on the ground, or kickstand behind us. Yeah, you can kind of play with this. One thing you might want to do here is imagine you have a belt on and you're sending your belt buckle forward. A little push of your belt buckle forward. It'll feel like you're kind of doing a back bend. Reach your left arm overhead if you like towards the front of the room. These are just extras if you want to add on. And even flex the left foot and lift it off the floor. Okay, we're going to breathe in, getting ready to move. And exhale, let's return to the earth. We'll bring that left hand back down. Bring the left knee down. The right foot comes in. So here we are in our tabletop. Let's take cat and cow while we're here. Inhale, lift head and heart, creating the back bend. Exhale, round it out. Go at your own pace because it might even feel good to hold one of the poses if it feels good for your back or hips. Just a few more breaths. Even add extra movements to this if you'd like. That might be a little circle of the shoulders. I'm sorry, your hips, circling the hips around. Finish the breath that you're on and just take one more. Get ready for our side plank on the other side. So just pause in this tabletop position, this little neutral static hold. We'll swing the left foot off to the left side for our kickstand. We'll need to extend the right leg back this time, lifting the knee. You can keep the toes on the floor. Lean to the left so you can open up sideways, facing the right side of the room. Right hand reaching straight up into the air. And that could be the end of the pose, just like that. Besides sending your belt buckle forward a little bit, it aligns the body. Opens up the hips. If you'd like, maybe reaching over your head with the right hand. You might need to find a new center of gravity, a little bit more weight into the left hand so the right foot, so your right foot can lift. Okay, good extensions. Our sideways pose, breathing in, and our exhale returning to the earth with the hand and knee. We'll bring that kickstand back in. Maybe just 3 breaths, cat and cow at your own pace. Just getting that nice spinal movement, rocking of the pelvis. After your third breath, just come to stillness in your tabletop for a second. We'll get ready for down dog, and just to set it up, you might even just step your hands forward a little bit. Yeah, and then tuck your toes with an exhale, lift your knees, send your hips into the air, and it might put you right into the down dog without any extra adjustments. And let's continue our flow. And inhale to extend right leg up behind you. Let's open this up. Bend your knee. Bring your heel down toward your backside. A little twist or turn towards the right side of the room. Just a little bit of a turn. It doesn't have to be much at all. Okay, it's just a nice hip opener. Breathe in right where you are. Good. As you exhale, unwind and step through. Right foot to the top of the mat. Take your time with that transition. Left heel turns to the floor. Build your base. Hands are light. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. Exhale, opening into our second sideways pose, warrior two. All right, make some adjustments with the feet. You can create a little bit more distance between the feet if you want to. Getting strong in the legs, nice base. Okay. We're going to follow the right arm forward to angle the upper half of the body. There we go, moving into our side angle pose, or next sideways pose. Reaching down with the right hand, reaching left hand up into the air. Perfectly fine to stay up high in the pose. If it feels okay, you can certainly go down a little lower. Use a block if you need to. And just like you did in that side plank, you might extend this left arm overhead. This left arm might come a little closer towards your left ear. Just reach. Nice side stretch. Good. Ready to move. Breathe in. Reach more if you're able. Exhale. Let's turn and fold. Bring the hands down to the mat. Step back, plank pose. Hold just to find realignment after being sideways there. Just take a shortcut to down dog. Just bend your knees, send your hips into the air. Nice long spine. Ready for the other side. Inhale, extend left leg up into the air. Feel that straight line, but then we'll open up the hip by bending the knee. A little lift of the knee. You don't have to twist or open too much. A little bit does a lot here. Breathing in. Our exhale to unwind, step through. Left foot to the top of the mat. Right heel turns to the floor. Find your center, light hands. Inhale, hinge from hips. Reaching up. Our exhale, opening to warrior two. Make some adjustments with the feet. And then our side angle pose, reaching out. Angled upper body, rotate the arms, left hand reaching towards the floor or going down low enough so you can touch the floor or bring in a stack of blocks. Right hand could just reach straight up. Something to be mindful about too, if your shoulder's a little sensitive, you can always rest the arm. You can bring the arm down to your side if you ever needed to. Okay, you can do that side stretch by reaching right hand overhead. And we're ready to move. Breathe in. Here we go. Exhale. Let's turn and fold. Hands to the floor, back to our plank pose. You can just take that same shortcut to down dog or go through a series of movements. To get to down dog, that might be chaturanga, to a cobra or up dog. Moving with breath, downward facing dog. Nice long spine. Rooted hands, strong straight arms. Breathe in, fill up your lungs. Exhale, core engagement so you can walk, step, or hop both feet to the top of your mat. Forward fold. Weight shift into your heels, bend your knees. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Come up, reach up. Exhale, arms to your side. Okay. All right, finishing that series. Yeah, shake things out, check in. All righty. We'll do our reed pose. That's our bending, our side bend posturing. So first feel rooted into the mat with 2 feet, balanced on 2 feet. Here we go. Inhale, reaching the arms up. You can just keep them straight up, or if you're able, interlace your fingers here. Okay, maybe the index fingers point toward the ceiling. And as you're able, reach up, straightening the arms, or if there's a bend in the elbow, that's also fine. Okay, but there is a reaching sensation. So we're inhaling, reaching up towards the sky. Then exhale, a little tip to your right. Just go a little bit at a time here. You want to still feel pretty rooted in both feet. Just be aware if you went way over to the right foot. Okay, see if you're still balanced on 2 feet. Stay where you are. Inhale, keep reaching and pointing where you are. Exhale, either stay here or, if it feels okay, tip over to your right a little bit more. Okay, and keeping that balance on the feet. Okay, you're getting a natural stretch on that left side. Okay, on the right side, we're working. We have to work a little harder to feel lifted in that right side so it doesn't feel like we're collapsing into that side. Okay, let's inhale, come back up nice and tall. Let's relax those arms. Exhale, bring them back down. Whew, really roll them out, shake them out, check in with your neck as well. That's it. Take your time with that. Maybe even your wrists and fingers if you need to, because that's pretty intense. Yep, good. Okay, whenever you feel ready, and inhale to take both arms up. Either reach up or interlace fingers. Same thing. Point with the index fingers. Inhale, nice extension, even with bent elbows. Nice and tall with that in-breath. Exhale, we're tipping to the left. Okay, keep it mild if you need to or want to. Don't have to go too far. Check in with your foundation. Inhale, keep reaching and pointing where you are. Yes. Exhale, if you're able, maybe a tiny bit more. A little bend. Okay, so we're now getting that natural stretch on the right side. A good lifting sensation on the left side. Even imagine or even try to experience like your ribs are trying to lift up away from the waistline. Okay, those are side bends. We're going to inhale, come back up nice and tall. On the exhale, we'll go ahead and release. So we're going to let all that tension go. Feel that change. Feel that shift from being intensely reaching up to, now relaxed. That's it. Good. Okay, let's get into our flow. Keep the body in motion. Here we go. Inhale, reach into the air. Both arms. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, monkey pose, or just extend the spine. Crown leads you forward. Exhale, fold and bend all the way down. Bend to knees. Plant your hands into the ground. Hop or step back, plank pose. Come down if you'd like. Chaturanga Dandasana. Finishing your push-up. Modified if you need to. Inhale, up dog. Yes, beautiful. Exhale, downward facing dog. Love the variations. Stepping into place, fully arrive in the posture. Here we go. Inhale, extend right leg up. Bend the knee. Little hip opener. That's a little lift of the knee. There's a bit of a twist. Next, exhale, unwind the body so you can step right foot to the top of the mat. Back to our warrior one. Left heel plants. There's our center, rising up, first warrior. Exhale, opening to our second warrior. Okay. While we're in our second warrior, let's just see if we can take the feet a tiny bit wider. This is what we'll do. Just wiggle the right foot forward once or twice. Not much. Once or twice. Same with the back foot, once or twice. Okay, that's enough. That's deeper, okay? So it doesn't have to be too significant. Just a little bit does a lot. Feel tall. Like that same sensation of the torso lifting, ribs lifting up away from the belt line. Okay, making enough space so we can take our side angle, reach, maybe reach out a little bit more of an angle, rotate the arms. Still, you don't have to touch the ground, but maybe your right hand is closer to the ground, okay? Nice sideways pose. Opening up at the same time. Here we are. Breathe in. Our exhale so we can turn and fold. Hands to the floor. Step back, plank pose. Hold for a moment. Okay, we're going back to side plank. First time we did it with the knee on the floor. You can certainly do that again. Or stay on the hands, stay on the feet, and just swing open. In this case, okay, legs are straight. Okay, right hand's on the floor, opening up towards the left side of the room. Now, to keep the legs straight and strong, first straighten the legs, and to keep them straight, flex the feet. Now, you can stack one foot on top of the other or stagger them, put one foot in front of the other. As you're able, feel the left hip lift up towards the ceiling. Okay? Pelvis pushing forward. Here we go. Breathe in. Exhale, return slowly to plank pose. Do a partial push-up to down dog, meaning it feels like you're going to do a push-up, just bend the elbows a little, and then push away from the floor, downward facing. Okay, just another way, another little sequence variation. Other side, inhale, extend left leg into the air. Just a quick bend and twist just to open up. We'll unwind it so you can step through. Left foot to the top of the mat. Right heel turns to the floor. Rising up. First warrior. Exhale, opening, warrior two. Just first arrive in the posture, and then we'll take that wider stance. Same thing. You'll just wiggle the left foot forward once or twice. These are very small movements. Right foot back a couple times. Widens the stance. Okay, then reach forward a little, and then maybe a little bit more if you're able. Ready for our side angle. Rotate the arms, getting a little bit closer to the ground. One, because you took the feet wider, and two, because we extended out a little bit more. Okay, we're sideways, we're opening up to the side of the room. Nice heart and hip opener. Okay, here we go. Breathe in. Exhale, carefully turn, fold hands to the floor, step back, plank pose, just realigns the body. We'll get ready for left side plank, so staying on the left hand, opening up towards the right side of the room. Again, you can bring the left knee to the floor at any time, okay? This is very strong, it's a powerful pose. Straighten the legs and then flex the feet to fire up the legs to keep them straight, yes? Stack or stagger the feet, both correct. Belt line, belt buckle, pushing forward, there it is. Yes, breathe in, no worries. Exhale, carefully turn, land lightly, hands on the floor. Partial push-up, okay, to down dog. A little push-up, push away, down dog. Take a breath or two right there. Okay, and then we'll take a seat. So you can hop forward, cross legs, and take a seat, or just kneel down to take a seat. Okay, here if you want, we're going to sit. Just sit comfortably. You might want to use a block to sit on if you like. I'm sitting in half lotus. This is just comfortable for me. Just doing another side bend, that's all, okay? So nice and tall in your seat, okay? Take your right hand, maybe just kind of lean out over onto the right hand. We'll take the left arm towards the left side of the room. Inhale to reach out and then up. Hold right there at 12 o'clock. Inhale, another reach, and exhale. You might even bend that right elbow and start to reach over, yes. Okay, so we have the support of that right hand, okay? And I just noticed this in my own body. I'm reaching over, but I'm kind of falling forward, okay? When I try to keep this open, yes. Nice, there we are. Okay, breathe in, exhale. Ready to move on this one. Inhale, reaching up towards the sky, lifting yourself up. That arm can come down. Exhale. Okay, again, maybe roll some shoulders. Adjust your seat. Check in. Neck, spine. All right, other side. So left hand maybe out to the side there. Kind of lean into it. Right arm straight out. Inhale. And we'll take that arm straight up. Exhale. Inhale, reach straight up again. And exhale, reaching over the head, bending the left elbow just to help kind of control the body. Notice if you feel like you're folding and going forward and down towards this knee, or kind of opening up. I want to have that, yes. Like it almost feels like you're trying to turn or twist open. It's just aligning the body nicely. Breathe into the right side of ribs, making all that space between the ribs and the waistline. Let's inhale and come back up. Reach out nice and tall, arm down, finishing. Okay, all right, hang out there for a moment. Let me just show you something. Okay, we will be coming back to our warrior twos. Okay, remember how we go a little wider, just wiggling the foot forward, foot back, takes me a little deeper into my lunge. Feel tall, lifted there. Here comes my side, then side, angle. Okay, so reach more, getting a little closer to the floor. So the transition here, I'm going to inhale, kind of open and expand. Exhale, bringing this right hand down to the floor. We've done this before. Rise up on your tiptoes behind you, but then to the side. Okay, keep spinning that whole leg. So we can slide this left leg back, arriving inside plank. Here, maybe reaching, adding on these little extensions if you want. Okay. And then to get out of the pose so we don't fall on this hand, okay, stagger the feet, okay, so you have some stability, lift, okay, then lightly bring the hand to the floor, okay, because you can almost do this without the hand on the floor at all, okay, so we should just do this, and then do push-ups, Beth, and then we'll, and see what else will be sore this week. All right, let's come out to plank pose. Right out from your seat there, plank pose. And just take a shortcut to downward facing dog. Let's just try this on for size. Okay, down dog. And we'll just inhale, just extend the right leg up, and just take it right up to the top of the mat, going right into Warrior One. Left heel plants rising here. And exhale, opening to Warrior Two. Just arrive in the pose, and then you'll take that wider stance. Just a little wiggle of the right foot forward, left foot back a little bit. You'll lunge, you'll kind of sink into that, but feel lifted at the same time. Yes. Outstretched arms. So we're going to reach forward, reach more, and then rotate. So right hand will be reaching down, left hand reaching up. Okay? That same nice opening. It's almost like you're reaching for something behind you, okay, with your left hand or left shoulder. Okay, here comes that new pose or new transition. Breathe in. Exhale, turns. We're going to bring left hand to the floor. Rise up onto your tiptoes behind you, but keep spinning on the toes until your toes are pointed to the other side of the room. Slide or pull this right foot back. Take your time. Stack the legs or stagger the legs or bring left knee to the ground. Okay, right here. Add those extras if you want or just stay here. Okay, then we're going to stagger the feet. We're getting out of the pose. One foot in front of the other. So you can lift the hips. Use the feet to help you lift the hips. So you can bring this right hand to the floor, but even play with not even needing to put the hand on the floor right away. Place it there. There's plank. And then down dog. Just a shortcut from there. Rest if you need to. Other side. Inhale, extend left leg into the air. Keep it straight. Exhale, left foot to the top. Here we go. First warrior. Rising up with the in-breath. Exhale, opening Warrior Two. Settling in, wider stance. Tall torso. Reach out more. Rotate the body. There, making all the space. There it is. Reaching up, also feel like you're reaching for something behind you. But really feel like you're leading with the shoulder, right shoulder, because it opens up the whole body. Here comes the transition. Breathe in. Exhale, bring right hand to the floor. Rise up onto your tiptoes behind you. Keep spinning on the toes so you can slide that left foot back, stacked or staggered, or take your time, maybe place right knee onto the floor. There it is. Belt buckles pushing forward. Left hip is lifting, so you take some of the weight off the right hand, even though it is weighted there. Okay. Stagger the feet so you can use the feet to help lift the hips so the left hand can lightly come to the ground. Yeah, taking your time with that. Plank pose, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Okay. Breathing in, and exhale, walk, step, or hop both feet up to the top of the mat into your forward fold. Right there, yes. Take an extended spine, monkey pose. Back to the forward fold. Here's the in-breath to reverse the swan dive. Coming up, reach up. Nice big stretch there at the top. Exhale, arms to your side. Alrighty? Okay. If you got a block or two, let's bring that block up to the top of the mat here. Okay? So we're going to get into our next sideways pose, half moon. And so the block just brings the floor closer to you so you can put a hand on the block. Okay? So because it does get into the hamstrings. So we'll just do this together. So nice and tall, mountain pose. We'll breathe in, reach up, getting nice and long and tall. Exhale, swan dive. Okay, touching toes. Maybe inhale, slide the hands up the shins. Extend the spine to your block. As you exhale, fold and place your right hand on the block, or just move the block so it's in a good right hand position. And start shifting your weight into your right foot. Even put a little bit more bend in the knees. Okay. We're going to, with an exhale, round your spine like you're doing cat pose, pulling belly button up towards spine. With that engagement, pick up your left foot and kick it or extend the left leg back behind you towards the wall. Okay. Flex the left foot. That's the foot in the air. Flex it so it energizes the outer thigh and start lifting it. Lift the leg up towards the ceiling, which starts to open you up sideways. Okay, moving into our half moon. Now you can adjust your hand on the block or move the block, or even turn your right foot so your toes are turning inward. Okay, that's perfectly fine for this too. That might even help with the balance. Strong, extended left foot and leg. Left hand reaching into the sky. Here's our half moon pose. Breathe in. Exhale, so return to the earth. Turning so your left hand maybe comes down to the floor. Square out the hips. Bend the knee, bring the foot down. You're back in a forward fold. You can move your block to the other side. Place both hands on your ankles or shins. Inhale, just help extend the spine down here. Exhale, fold left hand on the block. Same thing, soft knees. Let's put some weight into that left foot. Exhale, round the body like you're doing cat. Engaging the core center, that's the intention. So you can pick up the right foot, extend that right leg back, adjust the block, adjust the foot you're standing on. Okay, that leg that's extended, flex the foot, lift it. As it lifts, you start to turn. Pelvis opens up towards the side of the room. What I like to do is keep my focus or gaze downward at the floor. Seems to help with balance. Meanwhile, the right hand reaching up towards the ceiling. To challenge yourself, you might even turn your head so you're looking at the right side of the room. Even more so, turn your head. Maybe you can look up past your right hand. Certainly changes things. We're going back down to the earth. Breathe in first. Exhale, carefully turn. Right hand to the floor. Bring that right knee in and right foot. Okay. Forward fold just for the realignment. Take a monkey pose. We're going to flow from here, going down to the earth. Fold, hands to the floor, hop or step back. Plank pose. Come down if you like. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, let's just go ahead and keep it moving. Inhale, extend right leg up when you're ready. Let's bend and twist. We'll open it up right here because it kind of gets you kind of bit ready for the half moon poses. Breathe in, and the exhale, unwind, step through, right foot to the top of the mat. Left heel turns to the floor. When you're ready, float your way up. First warrior, reaching straight up. Those nice side body stretches. Opening warrior 2, slightly wider in this stance. Okay, stay here, but just rest your arms. Just bring your arms down. Just stay in your lunge, okay? Let those arms relax. Because this is what we're going to do. Let me show you. Okay, so we'll still need that block out front. I'm going to turn mine up a little bit right there. So as I go a little wider, I'm just widening my stance even more, lunging a little deeper. Nice and tall up top, just watch. I'm reaching forward, really reaching, get a nice angle. Now my hand, my fingertips are now touching the floor. Okay, nice opening. Okay, but I'm going to turn and look at that block because this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to reach out. I can bring it in even. Okay, because I'm going to move right into a sideways pose, the half moon. So what I'm going to do is kind of kick myself up into the half moon, but you can step into it. I'm just going to bring this feet closer, closer, until I'm just shifting the balance. Okay, so I can press myself up into the half moon. Okay, so that'll be the transition there. Coming out of it, square, coming down. Okay, so from your warrior 2, re-extend your arms, maybe a bit wider in the stance if you want. Okay, side angle, but reach, maybe reach more. Getting that nice length into the side of the body, then rotate the arms. Right hand down, maybe touching the ground. Certainly don't have to. Okay, yeah, just like that. Experiencing the opening, preparing you for your half moon. Alrighty, okay. Look at that block. Can you reach it? Bring it in closer if you need to. Okay, you're going to kind of press yourself up into half moon, but you can step the left foot closer to the top of the mat so you can start shifting the weight. Use the block like a walking stick to kind of take you out, finding that new balance, and there you are, floating right up into the pose. Yes, breathe in. And exhale, turn. Left hand to the floor as you're able, square out the hips. Bend the left knee, bring it in towards your chest perhaps. We'll set the left foot down. You're in a forward fold. You might even move the block to the left side. Monkey pose. Fold, plant the hands, hop or step back, plank pose. Come down if you'd like, or any variation of your vinyasa flow. Inhale, up dog, and downward facing. Wonderful. Whenever you're ready, and inhale to extend left leg up, bend and twist open. Yes. Okay, we'll unwind on the exhale, stepping through, left foot to the top of the mat, right heel turns, rise when you're ready. First warrior, opening to your second warrior. Wide stance. Let's just hold that for a few seconds, couple breaths. Feel the energy and strength in the legs. Feel light up top. Torso lifting. Energized arms. Okay, here we go. Side angle. Reach. Reach again. Reach more. Rotate. Okay, we're just extending through the torso so we can perhaps get a little closer to the ground. Nice sideways opening posture. Let's make our transition to half moon. Okay, go get that block. Send it forward. Start stepping into the pose, or maybe you can use that. What you can do is bend that right knee and kind of launch yourself and just kind of tip over. Half moon. Nice flexed right foot, keeping that leg in the air. Yes, there it is. Inhale. Nice. Exhale, turn. Right hand to the floor, square out the hips, bend the right knee, bring it in towards your chest. It'll feel like cat pose again. Set the foot down so you're in forward fold. Spinal extension, monkey. Fold again. Okay. Weight shift into the heels. Bend your knees. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Coming up, reaching into the sky. And exhale, arms to your side. Okay. Let it go. All right, so we will be doing that again. So if you need to, you can take the moment and just move your block over to the right side. Okay. All right, stay in standing, but just relax for a moment. Just relax. When we're in our down dog, I'm going to take my left leg up into the air, bend and twist. First, it's more of a lower body rotation. Okay, so we'll really root into the floor, balanced hands, okay, and just a little turn here. So you don't have to turn too much. It's just basically a little lift of the knee. Hands are rooted, they're balanced. But what we'll do is kind of lean over to the right side so we can maybe just rise up onto the fingertips, maybe a nice little extension of this left hand. Okay, or just lift it, or just light hands. Okay, you can stay on the floor, but just light hands. Then we'll unwind it. Okay, just a little challenge there, because it's going to get us ready for those side planks again. All right, mountain pose. Here we go. Inhale, big stretch, reaching high, lift and lengthen. Exhale, lead with heart, fold forward, our swan dive, down to toes. Inhale, monkey, really extend here. Exhale, hands to the floor, hop or step back, plank, come down, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, situate yourself in down dog. Be sure your hands are rooted strongly into the floor, so there's balance in the hands, strong arms. Keep that sensation as you inhale, extend right leg up behind you. Hold that for a second, okay? Then bend and twist. Just a lower body rotation. Are the hands still balanced? Okay. Then that slight shift to left hand, so the right hand's a little lighter. There it is. Yeah. Absolutely. No worries. Bring the right hand back down, unwind. Right foot to the top of the mat, warrior one. Let's continue the flow. Nicely done. Looks impossible to do, then you end up doing it, right? Warrior one. Exhale, opening, warrior two. Wide stance. Go wider. Okay, maybe a little bit more uncomfortable perhaps. Okay, side angle pose, reaching out. Okay, nice lengthened side body, getting low. Right hand down, left hand into the air. Nice opening. Let's make our transition to half moon. Go get that block. Okay, can you kind of push and launch yourself, or same thing, step into it, find that balance, opening. Sideways pose, our half moon. Okay, breathing in, just opening up a bit more. Exhale, turn so the left hand comes to the floor. Turn the hips so they're square. Bend the left knee, bring it in towards chest, rounding the spine, cat pose. Left foot to the floor. Move your block to the other side. Okay, monkey right here. Exhale, fold hands to the floor, hop or step back, plank pose, stay in plank. Okay, we have our side plank to do here. Okay, so you're in plank. Okay, right hand stays on the floor, opening up to the left side of the room. You can always bring right knee to the floor or straight legs. First straighten the legs, okay, then flex the feet, stacked or staggered. Reach for the ceiling with the left hand, but do the same with the left hip. Okay? Stagger the feet so you can lift the hips, start to turn, land lightly on that left hand. Yes. Okay. Okay. Plank pose. Now come down, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, up dog. And downward facing. Okay, we're doing the other side. Before you get into the leg extension, be sure the hands are rooted firmly into the floor, strong, straight arms, evenly balanced. Inhale, extend left leg up, reach, hold for a second, then bend the knee. A slight lift of the knee will create that low body rotation while the hands still remain balanced. Then that's, a little shift of weight into the right hand. So maybe that left hand, look at that, either just comes off the floor or come to fingertips. Good use of the wall there. Let's unwind and bring left foot, or left hand down, and bring left foot to the top of the mat. Warrior one, back to our basic flow, okay? Right heel plants, rising up, nice and tall, good lift. Exhale, opening warrior two, yep. Rest if you need to. Okay, so here comes our side angle, really reach, way out. Side angle, left hand down, right hand up. Okay, ready for our transition for our half moon. Go get that block, a little push from that back foot or step into it. Push, launch, open. Good, nice additions there. Here we go, breathe in, opening up more. Exhale, right hand down, square out the hips. Bring the right knee in towards chest, feel the curvature in the spine, core connection, foot to the floor, balanced on 2 feet. Move the block to the other side. Inhale, monkey pose. Exhale, fold, hands to the floor, hop or step back plank, stay in plank. So you can come to your left side plank pose. So left hand stays on the floor, swinging open, right there. No worries, okay? Straight legs, flexed feet, right hip lifting, you've got it. Stagger the feet. Lift the hips, right hand can easily, gently come to the floor. If you like, Chaturanga Dandasana to finish that sequence. Up dog or cobra, downward facing dog. All right, I think that's good. Let's take another seat. You can hop forward, cross legs and take a seat, or kneel down to take your seat. Sit in the center, go ahead and roll down onto your back. Hug knees in. Okay, we're going to extend the body and do a little side bend down here. Extend the legs out front, reach the arms behind you. This is going to mimic a little bit what we did standing, that reed pose where we did that side bend. This is kind of more like a banana pose. So reach back, maybe interlace fingers. If that doesn't feel quite right, you can just reach. You don't have to interlace fingers. You're going to take both feet and just kind of step them over towards the kind of the left corner of your mat. But do the same with your hands to the corner of the mat, left corner of the mat. And you kind of get this little banana shape, okay? And then just kind of reach and lengthen, getting a little stretch through the right side of the body, if that makes sense. Even breathe into that right side. Two more breaths. Okay. Let's re-lengthen, come back to center. If you need to rest your arms, you can always bring them back down by your side. Soften. When you're ready, we'll extend the body again, reaching the arms behind you. And we'll step both feet over towards the right corner, or just towards the right side as much as you want to. Same with the upper body, okay, to the right side, creating that banana shape. A little bend. Two more breaths. And then make your way back to center when you're ready. Maybe one more extension, opposite directions in this straight line. Okay, and then we're just going to hug the right knee into chest. Catch it in your hands here, hug it in. Okay, And kind of take that bent right leg out to the side. We're going to make our way to a half happy baby pose. First, we're just kind of opening the hip by taking the leg out to the side. And then we can kick that foot up towards the ceiling. As you're able, grab hold of the sole of the foot with the right hand, or grab hold of the ankle and then gently press down. Okay, just get a little hip opener here, working one leg at a time. Two more breaths. Okay, let's go ahead and release, re-extend, hold to realign. A little softening of the body. And when you're ready, we'll draw the left knee in, hug it in first. And we'll take that bent left leg out to the left side. You can even just hold just like this. This is enough for the pose. Otherwise, half happy baby pose. Kicking the left foot up, grabbing hold of the sole of the foot. Gently press down. I'm extending my right arm out to the right side just so I feel a bit more balanced. Good deep breathing. Two more breaths. Okay, then we'll release. You can extend the legs, maybe your arms behind you if you'd like once again. Go ahead and hug the knees into chest. And just take a leg extension. That's simply just taking both legs straight up into the air. You can certainly do this as a supported leg extension where you bring the feet to the floor, lift your hips, slide a block underneath you, and then extend the legs. Or you can even do a shoulder stand posture. Good. 3 more breaths. When you're complete, you can just bend your knees, set your feet back down onto the floor. Take a moment and decide what you would like to do next. Okay, if there's any other postures or movements you'd like to move into from here, maybe another twist, hip opener, or back bend. Okay, or if you feel complete, simply extend your legs out front, resting your arms by your side, relaxing, releasing. Feel the body and mind soften into Shavasana. Having moved through this practice, these sideways poses as a way to open up the body, opening up those energetic channels within your body so prana can really flow with efficiency. And when there's the release of those blockages, coming to relaxation and meditation comes a little easier. So adding any other extra poses or repeating any movements, just listening to your body, responding appropriately. And don't forget to take those moments of rest.
Return to the awareness of your breath. Simply be aware that you are breathing. Start to bring new life and energy to this breath just by breathing slower, perhaps taking 5 slow breaths, deep breaths. Feel the reemergence of that energy, that efficient pranic flow throughout your entire body. And allowing those sensations to produce movement. Approaching your 5th breath, feeling the movement return. And taking your time, moving as slowly as you can. Roll onto one side of your body into this nurturing pose. You might even pause there for a moment just to generate a new breath, new energy. Using that breath to help press and lift yourself up, coming to a seated posture. And once you're in this seat, sitting up nice and tall, relax shoulders, long neck. Your hands can rest in your lap or bring hands to heart center. Just take one more breath, filling yourself up. Exhale completely. And as we come to the close of our practice together, we bow saying, Namaste. Namaste. Thank you so much for watching and participating in this yoga lesson. To help us with the channel so we can continue to bring you more content, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. It's really appreciated. Namaste.